I'm headed to go have dinner with a friend. It's Labor Day, and I was tired. Ride of the century wore me out. Holy cow. It's 100 degrees. I wore my Phoenix jacket, and I'm glad I wore my jacket. I know, I look like a noob, but then again, I was riding like a noob anyway, so it's not really a big deal. Boy, that whole thing, that's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. I had some complaints, but it had nothing to do with anybody that was really riding. That's for sure. A lot of cars. For some reason, pickup trucks were being assholes and pulling out into the crowd. But yeah, I had a great time. I actually prefer that type of ride. I've been on one or two through St. Louis this year that was just kind of following some guys on dirt bikes and Groms and a couple sport bikes just around North St. Louis. It's fun as hell. I actually would rather do that than the organized ride where everybody lines up. For some reason, I get target fixated in those rides where everybody's supposed to be, stagger stepped in the same lane. This just felt much more fluid, a little safer. Even though that guy in the Honda went down right in front of me, that was weird. I'm glad I was on a good bike, though. I'm glad that I had good brakes and everything. I hope that kid's okay. I only saw 2 cops the whole time. There's a cop when we were leaving, and then there was I don't know, maybe somebody pulled a wheelie or something. But as we were pulling into the place where officially the ride ended, as we're pulling into the place where the ride officially ends, there was another cop chasing somebody, I think. Like right behind him, there's guys doing wheelies right behind the cop. It was a good day. It's definitely a good day. It would have been a lot easier on everybody if the cops had just blocked a little bit of traffic in some key places. Probably would have taken like 4 cop cars just to block traffic in a couple key places, and that ride would have been over about 20 minutes sooner. But no, I'm sure all you guys know the stories and have seen the videos from 2013. But basically, the cops went crazy that year. They just said, "We're shutting it down," I guess, and it didn't work. It didn't work at all. And then last year, it happened again, and it kind of took them by surprise. I don't know how that happens. Calendars have been around for a really long time, but it took them by surprise last year. They didn't know what to do. This year, I guess they just left it alone. Be interesting to find out if there was some kind of directive to leave it alone, but might have just been, these cops around St. Louis, they're overworked right now. They've been a lot of them have been seeing overtime for like the last year. Some of them. But who knows? But it was a good ride. I mean, they weren't in, That's not a lane. I'm actually in the exit lane. It was a good ride, though. You know, nobody died. You get that many people together, you get that many motorcycles together, it becomes a statistical probability that there's going to be an accident. Whether or not, I mean, you know, they got those Sturgis runs. There's always accidents on those things. And they generally do the formation, the long procession ride style. Anyways, no, it was nice. It was nice. The Illinois ride was terribly relaxing. That's exactly what I needed. The ride from Quick Trip back into St. Louis City was nice. Lots of traffic. It'd be nice if people just stayed the hell off the streets, but that's probably not going to happen during a baseball game. That's part of the reason, though, right? I mean, in a sense, it's about motorcycle awareness here in St. Louis. You know, it's good to all these people that, you know, all they do is drive cars. It's good for them to get shocked every once in a while and realize, you know, these motorcycles could be anywhere. They could be right behind you. I mean, what do? Well, what you should do is you should really decide whether or not you need to be in that fast lane. For fuck's sakes. I mean, oh, there's hundreds of motorcycles. What should I do? I think I'll get into the middle lane from the slow lane, and then I'll hit my fucking brakes because I'm in a truck. What the fuck? Anyway, or the guy with the door open there. That was another one. I couldn't believe that. That was fucking classy right there. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. Guy deserved to have his mirror busted off. But that would have given the ride a bad name. Yeah. I haven't heard anything. I don't watch the news, so especially don't pay attention to local stuff other than some politics, police brutality, shit like that. But man, oh man, people really need to learn how to be cool. That was about the dumbest thing I've ever seen, holding your door open. Man, oh man, makes me want to put a battering ram on the front of the K1200 so I can knock fucking doors off of cars. That would have shocked the shit out of them. I wonder if that can be done. Anyways, geez, so, you know, would have been nice if the cops were on our side for a couple minutes there. Guys on the side of the road. Yeah, guys on the side of the road. They stop. They've got their cameras. I don't know if that's such a good idea. I mean, there's three kinds of guys, I guess, in this ride. Really, there's the guys who are going to be actually doing the stunts. That's not me. There's going to be the guys that are there to record the stunts. Now, these guys are, what I mean is, these guys are like part of the crew, right? I mean, they know the guys doing the wheelies. They're there to get good video of their friends doing actual stunts. They are definitely not there to deal with your kind of bullshit. So yeah, I mean, and then there's everybody else who's just, hey, you go to one of these things, you should be really, really happy just to catch one wheelie. You catch one good wheelie on video, that's all you should need, right? I mean, you're there to ride the ride. You're not there to become YouTube famous or anything. So just sit back, enjoy the ride, try and be safe, try and have some fun on your bike. Don't worry about catching the wheelies. That kind of shit will happen, and stay the fuck away from the stunners. When I say that, I mean, at least a lane, right? Oh well, that's what I tried to do. I tried to stay in the slow lane actually for the most part, unless of course that was clearing up. I was checking my mirrors for guys doing wheelies. If they were doing wheelies behind me, I'm not going to slow down and try and hang out with them. If anything, I'm going to make sure that they've got a good amount of distance in front of them. So, but for the most part, it was good. The guys on the side of the road, though, man, oh man, God, that worries me. That worries me, because people will hit the side of the road to get around cars. They might not see you there. It's really, really uncool. But people were doing it the whole time. The whole time. That's yeah, a lot of guys, they like to hang out on the side of the road and get that camera footage. I haven't seen any of it either, which is what's really kind of pissing me off. Where is all this footage? There must have been there's probably more cameras than there were motorcyclists at the ride of the century, and I have not seen a lot of really good footage yet. No offense, guys, my footage isn't good, don't get me wrong, but I was expecting some really good stuff. It's like a really good professional looking version of the guy doing the burnouts at the parking lot. I like that version a lot. People get so scared at roundabouts, man. It's like, really? Can't do this? Hate getting behind cars on roundabouts. It's like it should be like one of the funnest things in the world, but then you're like, oh, we're gonna do this at 17 miles per hour. Just a shame that more communication and coordination couldn't happen on these rides. You know, you would think that this any time that you have people coming into St. Louis for an event, you would think the city would get behind that a little bit. I must be insane though. I mean, we are talking about wheelies downtown and on the highway, and it is a disruption to traffic and people in their cars, but fuck people. I mean, motorcycle awareness. Fucking motorcycles are out there, and these cars are, most of the time, they're on their damn phone, screwing around. Oh, So that's why I don't give a damn. I don't care. I want to do it. I want to do it more often. That's the thing, right? It's a once a year thing. Sure, these guys around here, they get out on the streets every once in a while and they do their thing. But, I mean, when they, that's the thing. So, ride of the century, huge gathering, lots of people all over come to it, and we only have like a few accidents. When these guys, generally, when like the street fighters go out, and they're tearing things up around town, there's like zero accidents. It's they're just good enough at it that they don't have to worry about they just don't have that many problems. Cheeseburger. Love this bike. I love this bike. I'm glad I had the K1200 to take with me to Ride of the Century though, because that bike is so comfortable. I mean, it is like sitting on a couch. Very comfortable, very strong brakes. Semis, I hope you see me. I have a new respect for fucking semis, man. Holy cow, I have a new respect for semis after that video. Holy cow. Ragdoll meets immovable object. You know what though? I mean, you get into the ride of the century and it's a nice steady stream of adrenaline. It's something that you've got to do. I mean, it's something your body craves. I mean, you know, gee, I mean, I could never imagine anything as being good as being on a motorcycle and just, you know, screwing around, doing stupid shit. And you get that many people together and you take that amount of that times of fun and you times it by 1,000, and that's where you have ride of the century. I didn't even stick around. Like, I heard there was like a whole after party and everything. This stuff was going on the next day. I didn't even go to that. I was wiped out. I jumped on my bike that morning and was riding around in the heat all day. By the time that ride was over, I was done.